We like to partner with category leaders. We like to partner with companies that are brands that are number one or number two in their categories. And there's an important reason why. You know, there's if you hang around with leaders, you will be perceived as a leader yourself. So, you know, hanging around with big brands, you get an exchange of values and an exchange of attributes that are complementary, hopefully, if you know the basis of what you said happens, you get an exchange of values that will benefit both brands. You know, and the last thing that the Toronto Blue Jays look for from our partners is brands that have a national scope. You know, so a national lens. Our real competitive advantage at the Toronto Blue Jays versus many of the other sports properties that are available to purchase for brands or companies is that we are, as I like to say, we are the best baseball team in Canada. And it's because we're the only baseball team in Canada. And as a result of that, you have national marketing rights, coast to coast, whether it's in St. John's, Newfoundland, or Victoria, BC, and all points in between. And that is a significant competitive advantage of doing business with the Toronto Blue Jays versus an NHL team that has a 75-kilometer territorial right perspective. So that's our competitive advantage. So we look for a group or brand that has a national scope in mind.
And like any partnership, there needs to be flexibility. Can you talk about, Mark, you have a sponsor, you go through year 2, 1, and you find out that, hey, this inventory mix isn't working. How flexible, and do you need to have that flexibility?
It's critical. You know, the basis of successful long-term relationships, partnerships, is about flexibility. So if you do a 3 or 4 or 5 year deal with, name a brand, doesn't matter. If you want that business to be long-term, you need to be flexible. So in year 1, you think something's going to work and you sell an asset or a media property or something that you thought was going to meet their needs and their objectives, and it turns out it doesn't. You'd be foolish to keep that in the mix, because you're going to have a partner that isn't meeting their business objectives, and in the end likely won't renew. So it is all that we do at the Toronto Blue Jays is to be flexible and make sure that the partnership is meeting their needs.